So here's just a quick look at the new test system that I've been working on. This little test board here. So the original design was you put a little press button and that switches the power on, and the button just toggles, switches it off and on. So it's super simple, but it actually uses quite an expensive chip just to turn that push button into a toggle. So there's also a chip in there that's quite expensive that reads the voltage of the battery. So I thought I could consolidate both of those with this tiny little microcontroller, literally AT tiny 424, so it's a simple little microcontroller. And the idea is that instead of just being a simple toggle, it's a bit more intelligent. So on there's a little LED, so that's actually red and a green. So if your battery's alright, it flashes green, but then if your battery is, let me just make the battery look bad, if your battery's low, it flashes red. And then if you hold that down long enough, the light stays on solid and the device will switch on. Now, instead of the button switching it off like it does here, you can press that button as much as you like, it won't go off, so you can't accidentally turn it off. But you can, if you want to, hold the button down for an uncomfortably long period of time, and it will eventually, he says, it will eventually go off. I've probably made it quite a long period of time. So if we actually put that in the device, because this expansion port is quite flexible, it actually works the other way as well. So it's in there. Let's make the battery a bit nicer. Turn it up a little bit. So if we just press the button, we get a green flash to say the battery's okay. So that'll be handy because that light will be down there eventually. So you'll be able to press the button before you go out. Think, is my battery alright? Yes, it is. Great stuff. Chuck it in your bag. All well and good. But then obviously when you hold it down enough, it all switches on. Everything powers up. Everything's good to go. So obviously you don't want to press that button and turn it off. Well, you might want to press the button to turn it off. But now if you press that button now, because everything's linked together, it pops up with a message and says, do you want to shut down? Which is a bit more handy than just pressing the button and it going off and you're losing all your work, which is obviously better. And it reads the battery voltage properly, and if I adjust that battery voltage on the power supply here, that battery should eventually go to a full battery because I've made it 4.1 volts now. And if I knock the battery, change it down to 3.3 volts, that's going to register as being a bit of a low battery, and you're also going to get a warning that your battery's low. And if you say no to shut it down, it'll keep whinging at you. But if you do say yes, shut it down, it puts a nice message on the screen. Just happened to catch another shutdown message just as it was going off. That was a fun one. But now that's switched off and it's off completely. Now the power supply is registering that as 0 amps. So the power draw on that now while it's asleep is pretty low, but obviously you need to test it with a slightly more of a accurate power supply. But yeah, so that's the new power system. That seems to be working well. So I can now work that into a new design of the board, and we can get it ready to start selling some. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.